Hi student, welcome you in our science lesson number 3, that is the properties of natural resources. In previous year we have learned about the natural resources. Which are they? They are air, water, land, that is the soil. These are the natural resources. Now we have to learn in this lesson properties of these natural resources, how their chemical reaction, physics are there, their properties we have to study, characteristic properties we have to study in this lesson. Before start the lesson, you have to open your textbook page number 16 and see the lesson, the properties of natural resources. Okay, let's start the lesson. Just recall which are the gases present in air. Why is air is called the homogeneous mixture. Now see, what are the now we learn air is a mixture of several gases. In air there are different kinds of gases are there. Means nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, they are present in the air. Air is a homogeneous mixture because it is made up of several different gases. So it is called the homogeneous mixture. Now second question, what are the uses of various gases in the air? Now oxygen is there in the air, it is used for the breathing. Carbon dioxide is used by the plants for the making their own food, that is for the process of photosynthesis. Nitrogen is also useful for the production of the ammonia, and sulfur dioxide is used in leaching of soil, means it is used in the agriculture purpose. Nitrogen dioxide is used in the chemical reaction, means every gas is having its important uses. So next, that is the properties of air. Now you know all air is around us, we cannot see it but we can feel it. It is present, means yet we feel the presence of air. When we inhale, air is taken in through the nose. If we blow on our hands through our lips, we can feel the air. You can do this activity. Now next activity is there, try this. Take a stick from a broom or a paper or a plastic straw. Tie a thread at its center and hang it so that it remains horizontal like a balance. Now next that what you have to do, tie the two rubber balloons of the same size at the two ends of the stick. See to it that the stick remains horizontal. While tying the balloons, you have to take the same mass, same weight of the balloons. Now remove the one balloon and inflate it and tie it again. Means from that one balloon, remove the air from one balloon and again tie it in the original position. First where you put that, there only you tie this balloon. Does the stick remain horizontal? After the removing air from the balloon, the weight of balloon is become less. The stick goes down on the side of floated balloon. This means that air has a weight. Okay. Air is a mixture of gases. Therefore, like all other matter, it has mass and weight. Now student, what is mean by mass and what is mean by the weight? The mass of an object is a measure of the object's inner, means it's a properties are there, amount of matter it contains, that is the mass. And the weight of an object is measure of the force exerted on the object by the gravity. Means on the mass there is a no force of gravity, on the weight there is a force of gravity is acted. The mass of an object will never change, but the weight of an object atom can change because it is based on the location, because of the gravitation. Weight is a measurement of force of gravity pulling down on an object, means it depend on the object's mass. Now for the formula is there to calculate the weight. weight is equal to mass into 9.8. 9.8 is the gravitational force of the earth. So suppose for example mass of any one balloon is the 10 gram, and weight, how we can calculate? 10 grams multiplied by 9.8 means it is the gravitational force. So students, you understand the difference between mass and the weight. Now see the next experiment we have to do. Take an injection syringe without a needle. Pull it piston and observe it as you do so. Now see, the piston can be pulled out easily. The piston then remain in that position even if you let it go. Now close the inlet hole of a syringe tightly with your thumb and pull the piston and let it go. This force is required. Is the force required to pull the piston more or less than before? Does the piston remain as it is after you let it go? Means here this activity you can do at home with the syringe. Take a syringe and you have to keep your thumb front needle, where is the needle there, and take a piston back. That time you can understand the force of air. Now here is the atmospheric pressure. This definition is there. The molecules of a gases in the air are in constant motion. They are moving particles, air constituents. When these molecules strike a body, they create a pressure on that body, and this pressure of air is called the atmospheric pressure. This experiment you can do at home also, and you have to take the experience how it happens. Now see, on pulling the piston with the inlet hole of the syringe closed, more space become available to the air in the syringe and it become rarefied. As a result, pressure of the air in the syringe is lowered, become less lowered. Comparatively, the pressure of the outside air, which is very high. That is why when the pulled out piston is released, it immediately pushed in. If this experiment is repeated, means you have to do this experiment in your home and repeat it, and you will take the experience of it, how it happens, how the pressure is there on your thumb, on the piston, around your fingers, in outside the syringe. You will understand the experiment. Now holding the syringe in the different position, means vertical, horizontal, inclined means slanting line. The piston is found to go in the some extent of in all the cases. Means from this we can conclude that we can say that the atmospheric pressure is the same in the all direction. Means if you catch this horizontal, vertical or inclined, the atmospheric pressure is same in the all directions. Now page number 17. On this you have to find out, is there any atmospheric pressure on the moon? You have to find out this answer. No, there is no atmospheric pressure on the moon. Now do you know things here? You have to understand it and study it. Under ordinary condition, atmospheric pressure at the sea level is about 1,01,400 newtons per square meter. It is the pressure, atmospheric pressure, and it can be measured with the help of a barometer. As we go higher above sea level, the atmospheric pressure become low, means decreases. Atmospheric pressure is decreases. And how we can measure the atmospheric pressure? By the barometer, and its unit is newtons per square meter. Means atmospheric pressure is counted in the newtons per square meter. Okay, now little fun is there. You have to place a piece of cardboard on the mouth of glass filled up with a water, completely filled with the water. Now in the first picture you can see. Now one by one you can see the pictures, then I will explain you. Holding the cardboard firmly in the place with the one hand. Now see in the second picture. And next third one, invert the glass quickly. Invert means do upside down. Invert the glass quickly. Take your hand away from the cardboard. what will happen? What do you see? What do you see? You can see the cardboard is stuck with the glass because of atmospheric pressure. After few seconds, after few minutes, it will fall down. But for a few minutes, it is stuck with the glass because of atmospheric pressure is there. Air pressure is there. You have to do this experiment in your basin or in the bathroom or in the bucket. Take the water and do this experiment. Okay, next point is that great scientist. We have to study about the great scientist. This scientist is from the Swedish and his name is Daniel Bernoulli. He have one principle. He put forth a important principle, that is the pressure of air. How it is see? The pressure of the air decreases when its velocity increases, while the pressure of air increases when its velocity is decreases. Means here velocity and pressure of the air are inversely proportional. If one increases, one will decrease. Another increase, then next one decrease. Okay. Now see, if the body is moving through the air pressure decreases perpendicular to the direction of the motion, and then the air in its surrounding flows rapidly from higher pressure to the lower pressure. Now what is the important here? The air pressure is flow from the higher pressure to the lower pressure. And for this, to understand this principle, we have to do one experiment, and by this experiment you will understand the Bernoulli's principle, how it is there. For that, you have to take a water in a plastic cup and hold the straw upright in. Means one straw you have to put straight in the water and one straw you have to take perpendicular to the first straw. One is small and one is little big one. Okay, now see, hold the small piece of another straw near the upper end of the first straw and perpendicular to that straw. Okay, you can see in the picture the position of the both the straw. Blow hard through the small piece of straw. Upside horizontal pipe is there, horizontal straw is there. From that straw we have to blow the air. You will see the fountain of water. Now you can see the water droplets from the perpendicular, that standing from the standing straw, water droplets are coming outside. So why did this happen? Why it is happen? Because of the behind of this is scientific reason is Bernoulli's principle is there, and that on the blowing through the straw, the air at its open end is pushed away, and hence the pressure of the air at the opening goes down. Now see, the pressure of opening is goes down, means it is decreases when we fill the water in the glass, and after that we have to put the straw into the water. That time water will take the place inside the straw, because water's condition is that water's property is that where is the empty place is there water will be rise it. So water will rise into the straw upside, and that time as the pressure of the air near the upper end of the erect straw, means straight straw, become less than the atmospheric pressure, the water in the cup is pushed from the where the pressure is higher to the where the pressure is lower. Now water from the higher pressure to go to the lower pressure, means water from the glass it will rise into the straw, which is standing straw. In that water will rise up, means it is going from higher pressure to the lower pressure, that is in the upward direction. So water will go into the upward direction, and the water comes out in the form of the fountain. Why it is fountain like? Because we blow the air from this small pipe. The more forcefully you blow, the higher will be the fountain. If how much forcefully you blow from that small straw, the fountain will become higher. This straw fountain works on the Bernoulli's principle. This experiment is working on the Bernoulli's principle. You have to read this again and again. You have to try to understand this experiment. You have to do this experiment at your home and try to understand the Bernoulli's principle, how it works. For that you need the 2-3 times reading of this paragraph. Now next is that use your brain power. What is the effect of increased temperature on the pressure of air? Now see, temperature on the temperature also atmospheric pressure is depend. Okay, now then see the page number 18. Open your textbook, page number 18. When there exists a difference in the air pressure at two different places, the air start flowing from the place of higher pressure to the place of lower pressure. You have studied this in the geography also. Wind blows, breeze blows, that is, at such a time we feel that a breeze is there or wind blowing is there. Thus, wind are an effect of difference in the air pressure. You will learn more about it in the geographic lesson called the winds in the geography. Now again one experiment to see the atmospheric pressure, how it is there. Now see, take a ice cube in a glass up to 3/4 of its height. Now observe what happens. How did the water droplets appear on the outside of the glass? Now we have to find out this answer. Now see here how it happens. Due to ice cubes in the glass, the air surrounding the glass, air is present everywhere in the atmosphere. So which air is near the glass, surrounding the glass, cools down. As a water vapor in the air cools down, means water droplets are present in the air in the form of water vapors. So that water vapors become cool down and they are becoming droplets. It condense means it become water droplets and get transformed into the water, means water vapors are converted into the water. It is this water is collect on the outer surface of the glass. The level of humidity is different in different places. Similarly, the humidity level also changes from time to time, means during the period of single day also. Morning humidity different, afternoon different and evening different. Humidity means what? The water vapors present into the air, that we call the humidity. Okay, the level of humidity of air is determined by its capacity to hold the water vapors. Do underline this sentence in your textbook. The level of humidity of the air is determined by its capacity to hold the water vapor. During the night or at dawn, when the temperature of air is low, its capacity to hold the vapors is less. At such a time, the excess vapors is transformed into the water droplets, and this is what we call the dew. Dew means water droplets we can see on the grass in the morning. Okay, in the afternoon, when the temperature of air is high, the capacity of the air to hold the moisture also increases. Then compared to it, full capacity to hold water, the proportion of moisture in the air is less and we feel that the air is dry. Means here see, in the afternoon there is the more capacity to hold the water vapors because temperature is high. So we can feel the air is dry. And what happen in the monsoon season? See, the proportion of water vapors in the air is high during the monsoon, and in the coastal area means near the sea level, near the seaside, near the river side, that is the coastal area. As a result, we feel the dampness or humidity, means we feel their cool air is there. In summer, wet clothes dry quickly, but in the rains they do not. Why it is so? Because in the summer there is that time temperature of the air is high and the capacity of air to hold the moisture also increases. So our clothes dry quickly, and in the rainy season humidity is more, means already water droplets, water vapors are there in the air and rain is there. So the capacity of air to hold the water is less. So use your brain power. Dip an uncorked inverted empty bottle, means in good condition bottle should be there, and we have to keep it into slanting position in the water in a wide container. Means take one bathtub or take one bucket. In that we have to take this empty bottle inverted. What do you observe? You will see the air bubbles coming from that bottle and it is in the water. What second question? What change take place? Question number 2. What change take place in a balloon on filling air in it? What will happen? Balloon size it will increase, its mass will increase. Okay, these changes will happen in the balloon. Now we come to know from the above activity that the air has properties like occupying the space, having a certain volume, having a mass and weight. This we learn above. So now we have to see this. Air is a mixture of very fine particles of some gases are there, dust particles are there, smoke is there, moisture is there. When the rays of light fall on the minute particles of the air, then the particles spread the light in all the direction, and this natural phenomena is called the scattering of light. You know the 7 colors are there, rainbow is there, that is also example of scattering of light. From the one ray of light, if fallen on any object, then it reflects from that and there become a 7 colors, that is the rainbow colors. Okay, and here in the picture you can say one ray is there falling on one place on the plane, and from that plane it scattered means it go into the 7 different direction, means it is the 7 different colors. Okay, that is called this phenomena is called the scattering of the light. Now next point, that is the temperature regulation. The temperature regulation. The earth receive energy from the sun. We know the sun is the main source of energy on the earth. So earth receive the energy from the sun. This energy is reflected by the earth in the form of heat, and the constituent of the air surrounding the earth such as water vapors, carbon dioxide absorb the part of this heat and gives to the another constituent of the air. Means as a result the earth's surface remains warm and thereby becomes suitable for the all living world on the earth. Means energy is necessary, heat is necessary for all living world. If there were no air on the earth, the average temperature of the earth's surface would have very low, become low. So heat energy is transferred. Before start the transmission of sound, we have to use our brain power. Now answer the 2 questions. What would happen if all the air surrounding us is removed? What will happen? We cannot breathe. Again, what effect on the transmission of sound? It is related with the transmission of sound. The sound that we hear reach us through the surrounding air. As air is useful medium for the transmission of sound, we will not able to hear any sound if all air is removed from the surrounding. Okay, understand? Now next question, will sound be heard in the space out of our earth, that is the space. Okay, now see, no, sound cannot hear in the space. In the space there is no air, hence sound will not be heard as there is no medium for the transmission of the sound. Okay, understand these 2 questions answers? Okay, now let's see the transmission of sound. All the sound that we hear reach us through the surrounding air. The density of air also changes due to the change in its temperature. In winter, the density of air increases. We can hear the whistle of a distant train clearly early in the morning in the winter. Air is useful as a medium for the transmission of the sound. Okay student, here we stop the properties of the air. Okay students, now read this lesson up till first part, that is the properties of air, and tomorrow means next video will start. Next part we'll see the properties of water. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.